Okay guys, I have attempted to make this video 3 other times, and my poor little pooch is acting a little odd today, almost like she's hurting. Seemed to be like, maybe, I'm worried she might have an ear infection, because I was kind of like rubbing her head and around her ears, and she was jerking away from me, and she does not do that, and she's been acting kind of mad, which she's never, that's not her temperament, so that's really odd. So I might have to look into taking her into the vet to get that checked, sadly. Okay, so anyway, the topic of this video, as you see from the title, is the dangers of being a doll artist as well as a doll collector, which happens to be this little one right here. So, little bit of history. I am working on my doll show babies, as you guys know, and this was to be one of them. I had 4 silicones that I aimed to get done for, 4 silicones and then 1 cuddle baby silicone that I had my main focus of getting done. And once I was pretty much done with them, I was like, well, I have a bit of time to spare, so I think that I don't know that I would have time to get like full kits done, but maybe I can get some cuddle babies done because it's just a, you know, cheaper alternative, and so on. So I did, I happened to have 3 heads and a couple of cuddle bodies. I had this one. This is, I don't know how to pronounce the sculpt name, Clodagh by Phil Donnelly. And then I had a Seacrest Zoe and I had a Dee Dee Murray. So I said, oh, I'm going to, you know, just work on them. And if I get them done, great. If I don't, then it's not a big deal. But at least that will be like some extra babies to have at the show. And especially people are interested in vinyl or for like, you know, budget alternatives and all that. So began working on those 3, and I kept noticing as I was painting that this one just, I kept like being so drawn. And I'm gonna say him because I initially planned to make him a boy, and I was seeing all boy as I was working on him. But it was just like something at the very end, as right before I went to put him in the oven, I was like, I'm just smitten with this little one. I don't know what it is, but again, it was not to the point where I was like, you know, I was just very excited that he turned out really well and that I was really happy with him. And so then I finished him up and I brought him inside to start his painted hair, like doing some hair mapping and to root his eyelashes. And as I was, it was actually more of the, like when I started mapping on his hair, I'm like, I just love this guy. I love him so much. And I was like, well, if I did, I can't keep him because he's a bigger baby and I only collect, you know, bigger girls. And so, so I took his head and I took a headband and I put it on him, and she looked adorable as a girl with the headband on. I was like, okay, really? So it was just one of those things that I was like, I just don't know that I could bring myself to sell her. I just can't. I'm so hooked on her. And I kept like justifying it in my head. Because one thing, when I was putting the magnet in her mouth, she does have a magnet. When I was doing that, it's actually, unfortunately, she had a very prominent, because she has sort of an open mouth, and so thus the vinyl inside her mouth is like this really thin heel almost, and it was really hard to get the magnet to adhere in the right place, even using like some felt to help hold it in place. And as you can see, even then it still didn't. I might fix it, or I might not even worry about it. I don't really care too much about pacifiers on my babies anymore. But one thing I had done was I had gone into, I had taken a sharp scalpel and tried to take the little like heel of vinyl and to make it flatter. And unfortunately, when I did that, the scalpel slipped and I wound up puncturing through, like basically to the inside of the mouth. So I wound up like trimming it to see like, well, maybe I would just open the mouth up in the back and then, you know, back it. That's actually what I used to do with a lot of my babies. And it was just when I was like, well, so there was that, the fact that she was no longer like perfect. I mean, it's definitely not noticeable at all, but I mean, I don't want to take, you know, a doll with a flaw to the show. And so between that and then there was also the fact that I had been holding on to this particular cuddle body for a long time, looking for the perfect baby to put on it, because I wanted one cuddle baby in my collection. I just wanted like a little bit of everything in my collection, especially to be able to use to show people like, oh, these are the options available. And so with all that said and done, I wound up justifying keeping her. So she is now officially mine. But that means that I actually just went online and ordered another vinyl head. And yes, this is only with 13 days left before the show. To attempt to paint this one to put on the cloth body that I originally had for him, you know, as a him, for the show. So I do have another head that I'm going to try to finish between now and then. It'll be about the same size, because I had everything kind of set up and ready to go for him. I had the, like the show outfit, I had those little goodies and all that. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to make another one so that it will just, you know, replace, and that'll make me feel better as well about keeping this little one. But and the other thing just so interesting is I would have never picked this sculpt out for myself. Not that there's anything wrong with her whatsoever. She's a gorgeous sculpt, but it was just I was never initially drawn to her. I think that I don't even remember where I got her head. I want to say somebody was offering her head almost like it was, I don't know, like, because when I looked online, I couldn't find her anywhere as like being able to just purchase her head. So anyway, that was, I have no idea, but regardless, I happen to have her head and now she's mine. I don't have a name for her yet, but I basically just wanted to share that with you, and then also to share her with you because I am going to be keeping her. And I love her to pieces. Let me show you her. I did give her painted hair. So, in fact, I just finished her hair today. And I finished Zoe's hair as well. The one who is going to be for sale at the show. And I'm also going to change her so that you guys can get to know her. I definitely want to name her something that has to do with the show, because otherwise I would have never, you know, I never would have made her for myself, and so I definitely have to thank the show for that. So if you guys can think of a name. What is up with your armature? I feel like your armature has balled up in here. What's up with that? She does have an armature right here, but for some reason, there we go. Fixed it. Like, what is up with that? Fix this one too. These are just like Ashton Drake armatures, so they're nothing fancy. Ooh, I had this body made a long time ago. It's just like an experimental thing. And it's made from that really soft, like minky fleece, Shannon minky fleece stuff. And yeah, I've been meaning to, because I didn't want to sell this body because the armatures are not perfect in it. Like what you just saw, it had basically folded in up here and I had to unfold it. I didn't want to do that to somebody else. So I consider the body to not be perfect. And so I knew that, and since I wanted a cuddle body baby for my collection anyway, I had just kept it and been waiting for the perfect baby to be able to complete it, and now I have it. But yeah, so Roseanne also made me another body for her size, and then also the one for Zoe. And then I also have this really, I wasn't initially planning on it, but she had this Mickey Mouse cuddle body that she had made with a matching hood that like had the ears on it. And I purchased that for the Dee Dee sculpt. I thought Dee Dee was perfect because she's got a big smile and has these chubby cheeks. And it just reminded me that she would be perfect as like the little Mickey Mouse face. So she is, and I finished her already. She's bald though, but she does have like the little Mickey Mouse hood. This little outfit is kissy kissy, by the way, if you guys are interested in knowing that. So I have two silicone heads that are going to be shipped out on Monday back to me. And then I have one silicone head that just arrived to his rooter, and I think he should also make it back in time because the artists that I get to work with are amazing. And she said she thought she'd be able to get it done. It's first time reborn mom. She is rooting for me. She does a great job rooting her dolls. And I was very excited that she was willing to, I'm just gonna put this underneath. I was very excited that she was willing to work on baby Chi. So she's doing his hair. And I'm actually I've been practicing a lot on the painted hair because I can't root myself anymore. I think you guys know that by now, because I have such really bad back issues. And so, let's try this one. And so I was really curious about, like, look at that, so cute. I love it, and I love her. She's so sweet. I really am glad I'm keeping her. She's awesome. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope to do an update video soon. Hopefully I wanted to be able to show you guys like a sneak peek of all my dolls completed before I have to pack them up and take them. And then I definitely plan to do some videos at the show, and I hope to be able to post them kind of in real time. So I want to give myself time in the evenings to be able to edit and upload the videos that I take like the day of. And so, but we'll see, because things always get so busy, and sometimes I forget to film, and it's just blah 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 blah. So, but I will do my best, I promise. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you in another video very soon. Bye bye.